Okay, quick question. If you wake up tired, forget why you walked into a room, your leg tingles, and you need a nap by 1:17 p.m., is that MS or is that just Tuesday? Because at this point, I genuinely don't know what normal even means anymore. Doctors say, you'll find your new normal. Cool. Where is it? Is it downloadable? Does it come with instructions? After diagnosis, everyone says you'll get back to normal. Like I misplaced my car keys. Back to normal? Sir? My immune system declared war. There is no pre-MS reset button. That version of you isn't gone. But life is different. Expecting to go backward is what causes frustration. I kept trying to compare myself to a version of me that didn't need naps as a personality trait. You hear it all the time, from well-meaning friends, family, even doctors. You'll get back to normal soon. People say it with such confidence, like normal is a product you can order online, arriving in a friendly cardboard box with batteries included. As if this whole chronic illness thing is just a temporary software glitch. You just pop them in, press a big friendly red button, and poof, factory settings. The pre-MSU, fully restored, with all the original features like spontaneity and not thinking about where the nearest bathroom is. It's a lovely thought, a comforting bedtime story we tell ourselves. But here's the secret no one prints in the user manual for your new life with MS. There is no reset button. There's no secret code to enter, no customer support line to call. There is no restore previous version of self. Exe file hidden away on your hard drive. Believe me, I've looked. That old version of me isn't gone, not really. He's just an old photo in a drawer, a snapshot from a different era. Life is fundamentally, seismically different now. It's not a sequel. It's a complete reboot of the franchise with a new cast of characters, most of whom are invisible symptoms. So, let's get acquainted with the replacement model. Introducing New Normal TM, now with bonus fatigue, surprise pop-up symptoms, and occasional brain buffering. It's the life you know, but with an unpredictable twist. Every day is a mystery box. Will you get a productive day, or will you get stare at a wall for 3 hours a day? Place your bets. This new operating system runs on a logic of good days versus bad days. It features unpredictable symptoms that appear and disappear like ninjas. It requires you to plan your entire life around your energy levels, which are about as reliable as a chocolate teapot, and it comes with the pre-installed function of canceling plans at the last minute. My calendar has trust issues now. It looks at me sideways every time I add a new event. Are you sure about this? It seems to ask. Remember what happened last Tuesday? The whiplash is real. You feel normal for 3 glorious days. You start making plans. You think maybe, just maybe, you've turned a corner. And then a flare hits. The fatigue descends, the brain fog rolls in, and you have a full-blown emotional crash. Why does my body gaslight me like this? It's the ultimate betrayal. Normal used to mean I didn't think about my nervous system at all. It just worked. It was the quiet, efficient stage crew of my life. Now I negotiate with it daily. It's like having a very sensitive, very powerful, and slightly passive-aggressive business partner living in my spine. Every outing requires a new level of strategic thinking. Errands are planned like a military strategy, complete with entry and exit routes. I scout bathrooms in new places before I even order a coffee. I always sit near exits, just in case. I pack my meds like I'm preparing for international travel, even if I'm just going to the grocery store. I used to just grab my wallet and keys and go. That was it. Now I pack like I'm a storm chaser heading into a Category 5 hurricane. Because in a way I am. You don't just lose stamina or mobility with a chronic illness, you lose assumptions. The biggest one being that your body will always be on your side. The new normal is learning to live and even thrive when that assumption is gone. Other people's version of normal can be truly wild. You hear it all the time, these well-meaning but completely off-the-mark comments, but you look so good. Have you tried just getting more sleep? You're doing so well, you're an inspiration. It's a greatest hits album of things that sound supportive but feel like a dismissal of your reality. They're trying to cheer you on, but it feels like they're cheering from a completely different stadium. And honestly, I appreciate the optimism. I really do. It comes from a good place. But my spinal cord did not RSVP to that pep rally. It's on its own schedule, and that schedule is, let's call it, unpredictable. This is the world of invisible symptoms, the constant pressure to perform wellness. You learn to pretend you feel okay because it's easier than explaining the unexplainable. The brain fog that makes you lose your train of thought mid-sentence. The crushing fatigue that feels like you're wearing a lead suit. The weird tingling. The random pains. So, sometimes I'm not fine. I'm just a really, really good actor who deserves a small, non-speaking role in a low-budget drama. When you get good at this performance, it puts you on a strange pedestal. Suddenly, you're not allowed a bad day. If you admit you're struggling, people look confused. But you were fine yesterday. It's like you've broken the unspoken contract of being the inspiring sick person. Real life isn't a movie. There's no training montage set to an 80s power ballad that magically fixes everything. There's no neat, tidy ending where the credits roll on a complete recovery. Real life gives you complexity. It gives you nuance. If any of this helps you feel seen or makes you laugh instead of cry, tap that subscribe and like button. We do honest, funny, and sometimes frustrating MS life every week. And here we nap proudly. It's a competitive sport. Okay, back to it. This complexity means living with a spectrum of good days and bad days. You can feel fantastic in the morning, full of energy and plans, only to be completely flattened by the afternoon, like a cartoon character run over by a steamroller. It's the whiplash of running a 5K 1 month, feeling on top of the world, and then struggling to walk from your car to your front door the next. It's not a failure, it's just the nature of the beast. So, to avoid the long, exhausting explanations and the confused looks, you perform. You put on the I'm fine costume. It's a useful social tool, a shortcut. But man, is it heavy. And over time, it isolates you. Every I'm fine when you're not fine builds a tiny invisible wall around you. It's just one brick. But over time, those tiny walls become a fortress. And inside that fortress, you're completely alone with your reality while everyone else is outside admiring the strong, solid walls you built. Think of your daily energy like a phone battery, but not one of those sleek new iPhones that lasts all day. No, think more like a first-generation smartphone you found in a drawer. It promises a full day of use, but you know from bitter experience that's a wild exaggeration. The battery indicator is less of a reliable metric and more of a vague, often cruel suggestion. It can plummet from 70% to 30% just because you opened the wrong app, like an unexpected flight of stairs or a change in the weather. You wake up, and for a glorious moment, the meter reads 100%. But that's before the day actually starts. A single stressful email from your boss, bam, you're down to 80%. A quick trip to the post office with its long lines and fluorescent lights costs another 15%. Then your well-meaning, chatty neighbor catches you on the way in for a quick story. By the time you escape, you're at 40% before you've even thought about lunch. By 2 p.m., you're staring at that dreaded 10% warning. This is where the real-life strategy game begins. You're faced with a critical choice. Do you spend that last bit of power on making a healthy dinner, or do you declare energy bankruptcy and order a pizza? It's a daily cost-benefit analysis. Every single choice has a cost, an energy price tag. Shower or cook dinner. Sometimes you can only pick one. Do the laundry or call your mom back. That's a tough one. You start to see your life not in hours, but in percentages. Big outings like a wedding or a concert become major expenditures. They're the equivalent of buying a new car. You have to save up your energy for weeks, declining smaller invitations and living a quiet life just to afford that one big event. Spontaneity becomes a luxury you can rarely afford. You learn to read the world in terms of energy drain. A crowded mall with its noise and lights, that's a high drain environment. A flight of stairs when the elevator is broken, that's a significant, potentially day-ending obstacle. You instinctively learn to find the path of least resistance, not because you're lazy, but because you're a master of energy conservation. You become ruthlessly efficient. You cut out all non-essential tasks and movements. People living with an energy surplus, the ones with the brand new phone batteries, they won't get it. They'll say things like, just push through it. And that's okay. They're operating on a different system because MS fatigue is different. It's not just being tired. It's cellular. It's like having a faulty battery that can never reach 100% no matter how long you leave it to charge. 8 hours of sleep might only get you to 80%, and that's on a good day. So when a friend says, "Oh, I'm so tired too," you just nod. Because explaining the chasm between their long day tired and your body is shutting down tired is like trying to describe the color blue to someone who has only ever seen in black and white. It's a different dimension of exhaustion. It's a silent, daily negotiation with your own body, a constant balancing act that most people will never, ever see. Grief surprised me, not just for big plans, but for small things. Walking into a room without thinking, wearing any shoes I wanted. I missed assuming my body tomorrow would match today. That trust is hard to rebuild. Grief pulls up a chair in the quiet moments. It's not loud. It's a background hum. I used to be the active, reliable, never get sick one. Now I negotiate with my body. I literally talk to my legs, bribe my brain with naps. It's absurd, but real. You learn a new internal language of requests and compromises. Maybe normal isn't the absence of symptoms. Maybe it's the absence of shame. That changed everything. I stopped apologizing for rest, stopped hiding my cane, started telling the truth. Actually, today is a bit rough. Real friends adjusted. Some drifted away. The ones who stayed, different, deeper love. Normal isn't a destination or a person you become again. It's something you build day by day with intention and care. Protect energy with rules. Rest without guilt. Say no without a 5-paragraph MRI essay. Adapt instead of compare. My normal now includes naps. And honestly, naps were underrated. Naps aren't retreat, they're tactical. The power-up that turns a 3 p.m. breakdown into an actual evening. Rest isn't laziness. Rest is strategy. It's the pit stop that lets you finish the race. Small wins are new trophies. Shoes on without dizziness, an email without losing the plot, a short walk without total collapse. Humor helps. Snacks in the bag, my special ops kit. A joke when I stumble. Gravity's stronger here. Small shields that invite connection. So what even is normal after MS? It's not one thing, not a destination, not a feeling you get back. Normal is quiet, it's messy, it's brave in small, unseen ways. It's a life you build with new blueprints. It's where you stop apologizing for your needs and start living again, right where you are. Maybe normal isn't the absence of symptoms. Maybe it's the absence of shame. Normal changes, evolves, accept help. Pack your meds without feeling less spontaneous. If you're still trying to get back to who you were before MS, maybe you're not supposed to go back. Maybe you're supposed to evolve. Adaptation isn't loss, it's wisdom. One small change today. Make a plan to rest. Tell one friend what you actually need. Laugh at something silly. And if evolving includes snacks and scheduled naps, I accept.